The following is a presentation of SC State Athletics.
It's a short week for your South Carolina State Bulldogs as the Dogs have a rare Thursday night date with the Rattlers of Florida A&M. The Buddy Pough coach Dogs have won 11 of the past 12 in this series. Will the Dogs continue to take the bite out of the Rattlers, or will the Rattlers snap back? You're about to find out. Up next on the Buddy Pough Show.
You're watching the Buddy Pough Show, featuring highlights of SC State University Bulldog football. This week's matchup, the Florida A&M University Rattlers versus your SC State University Bulldogs. Our sponsors are the County of Orangeburg, Palmetto Health, the South Carolina Education Lottery, State Farm Insurance, the Regional Medical Center, the City of Orangeburg, the South Carolina Department of Agriculture, Vital Care, and Bill Owens Custom Clothing. And now our host, Ernest Robinson.
After an impressive season-opening win against Arkansas Pine Bluff in the MEAC SWAC Challenge, South Carolina State was humbled in Week 2 by the #1 team in football championship subdivision. That leaves huge room for improvement in the MEAC opener against Florida A&M.
We better figure something out on offense first. We got to either be able to run the ball or throw the ball. We got to be able to do something consistently. Hopefully we can run the football. I think that's the South Carolina State tradition, and we're going to see if we can figure out how to run the ball at these guys here tonight. So
when you talk about Florida A&M, they had two tough games. They played South Florida, very good football team, and then, of course, Sanford, and they had some success against Sanford. What do you have to do tonight to get a win here and keep the streak going, so to speak, against these Rattlers?
Well, we better play good everywhere. We better not turn the football over either. It's one of those kind of deals that, they're kind of a wolf in sheep's clothing. Those guys are better than what you think they are because the teams that they played were really good. So it's got nothing to do with them, it's their opponents. We better play good because, those guys are as good as we are, maybe better.
When you start talking about their offense, Devin Bowers came out of nowhere, rushed for over 144 yards last week, and you talk about a guy like that small guy. What kind of problems does he present for your defense?
Well, anytime you got a home run hitter, anytime you play a Florida team, they got somebody that can run. It's a situation here now where, these guys can go the distance at any time. So you got to be prepared to make sure that you always take great angles. You need 11 eyes, on the ball pretty much all the time because you can't give up a big play that way.
You talk about Florida A&M, coach, and more importantly, this is a conference opener.
It is.
Talk about the importance of that as you make your way through the season.
Got to get off to a great start, and even more than that, we have 16 days after this game before we play again. We got to set the tone for the rest of the year that way, so we need to win this game tonight, worse than bad.
As they've seen what you've done over the first couple of games, what do you maybe try to do that maybe they have not seen in the Arkansas Pine Bluff game and the Coastal Carolina game?
Well, we're going to try to do a better job of mixing in our screen game. We're going to try to do a better job of being able to throw the play-action game. And then last but not least, we're going to try to do a better job of being able to run the football outside some.
Coach, special teams has always been a trait in this series. Florida A&M has turned some games on special teams. You've turned games against Florida A&M with special teams. We didn't play well in that department last week. What about that over the course of the week and your improvement?
Well, our kickoff return really hurt us. We kept the ball deep down in our own territory last week, and it was mostly due to the kickoff return game. Hopefully we'll do a good job returning, make the field long for them, make it short for us. But this special teams thing is big, and these guys have great specialists. Both their kicker and punter are extremely high-level kind of guys, long snappers. So you won't get a punt, so you better figure out how to return one because you won't get one by trying to block one.
Coach, what's going to be the key to getting a win against the Rattlers?
I think it's going to be stopping the run, being able to run the football on offense, mix it up a little bit, but at the same time, our offense has got to come alive.
Let's take a look at the starters for Thursday night's game. Coach, taking a look at the starting lineups, Kendall Cobb got a start. You played a lot of different formations that were effective.
You're exactly right. Kendall was a big part of what I think was a change for us on offense. We balanced them up some with the full formation, 2 tight ends and 2 wideouts. They can't necessarily load up on one side or the other because Kendall blocks the edge as well as Tamarick does.
Defensively, injuries played a part, made you play some different people.
We had to move some guys around. Chris Paulin being out was big for us, and then Antonio Hamilton goes out in the first series of the game. So we had to play some guys that really, we hadn't been planning on playing them. Devondre Powell played a bunch. We had to play Jason Baxter some. Philip Henry played really well. So it was a good chance for some of those young guys to come to the forefront.
That's the way we started on Thursday night. Two tight ends in for South Carolina State, Cobb and Tamarick Hemingway. They run it over the right side to Scoot Simmons. Scoots across the 40 at the 45, breaks the plane and gets up to about the 50-yard line into Florida A&M territory at the 48-yard line. And football on the right hash mark as we move right to left. Pistol formation, the snap to York. York gives it to Scoot right up the middle across the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. Nice blocking inside. Victor Ishmael, Eric Dickerson, and close to another Bulldog first down. 2nd and 6 from the 34. Back to pass is Caleb York. Looking over the middle, has a man caught at the 18-yard line for South Carolina State. That's Tamarick Hemingway with the reception down to about the 15-yard line. So Tamarick Hemingway, the senior out of Loris, South Carolina, his 8th catch of the season. Tyler Scandrick on for the field goal attempt. It's a snap. Toe is in it. It is up. And it is good. So with 13 minutes to go here in the first quarter, South Carolina State gets on the board first. Bulldogs showing blitz. Royal back to pass. Blitz coming, throws it over there. Broken up. Phillip Henry. 9 men on the line of scrimmage for the Bulldogs. Here comes pressure. They nearly get to him. No contact. Hamilton will get an opportunity at the 40-yard. Hamilton gets bulldozed down. Football is loose, and it's recovered by Florida A&M. Long snap count for Carson Royal, the quarterback. There it is. Royal draw play. Inside handoff. This is Devondrick Neely getting up the field. Fumbles the football, picked up by South Carolina State. And now they're going to say he was down, caused by contact at the 29-yard line, but right on the spot, picking it up for South Carolina State. That was Phillip Henry. Bulldogs with 4 down linemen. Here we go. Pistol formation for Florida A&M. Here's a snap. Give inside to Joe Hearns, bottled up, breaks a tackle at midfield into Bulldog territory. Tackled and brought down after an 11-yard pickup. So pistol formation again, 2 tight ends for Caleb York. Shotgun snap, play action fake, throws it down. Caught at the 20-yard line. Nice throw and catch. Caleb York hitting Taquan West for a first down at the 21-yard line. York at quarterback. Shotgun snap, hands over to for South Carolina State on the carry. That's Dondre Lewis Freeman again, and Lewis Freeman starting to get some rhythm up the field to almost the 50-yard line. In motion, Moody. They give it to him on the end around. Moody trying to make a move inside, crosses the 50 at the 45 at the 40. Moody down to the 35-yard line for South Carolina State, and another first down. The Bulldogs now methodically moving the football. Shotgun formation for Caleb York. High snap, Caldwell back to pass, York back to pass, caught at the 18-yard line, down to the 15-yard line for a first down for South Carolina State. That is Quan Caldwell on the reception. Pistol formation for Caleb York. 1 receiver each way, 2 tight ends. There's a shotgun snap. They give it to Dondre Lewis Freeman over the left side at the 10. At the 5, Freeman into the end zone. Touchdown. South Carolina State with 4:03 to go in the first quarter. James Johnson to snap. A good snap. Pettaway gets it down. Tyler Scandrick's toe is in it. It is up, and it is good. So with 4:03 to go in the first quarter, it's South Carolina State 10, Florida A&M nothing. Pistol formation for Florida A&M. Royal has got Neely behind him. Royal back to pass. Royal looking left. Royal in trouble. Steps up. Going to be wrapped up. Brought down at the 30-yard line. Big sack for South Carolina State at running back for the Bulldogs. That appears to be Scoot Simmons. They give it to him up the middle. Scoot over the right side at the 30, at the 35. Scoot on his feet down to the 40-yard line. Scoot's in the backfield with Caleb York. Shotgun formation. There's your snap. Looking for the slants. Got it out there. Caught into Florida A&M territory. That was Taquan West at the 46-yard line on the slant. As we conclude the first quarter play, our score South Carolina State 10, Florida A&M nothing, but the Bulldogs are threatening for more. Ishmael to snap. There it is to York. York play action fake, throws it out in the flat. Has a man out there caught at the 30-yard line. Taquan West had the football, and Taquan West took a step. And let's see if they're going to rule this a catch or not, because he dropped the football after getting hit, but they ruled that he was down. So shotgun formation for York. York with the handoff inside. This is Justin Taylor, at the 45, at the 50. This is Scoot at the 45, 40, 35, 30. Scoot Simmons at the 20, 15, 10. Scoot Simmons knocked out of bounds at the 10-yard line. What a run. James Johnson to snap. Hemingway to hole. Pettaway to hole. Toe is in it. It is up, and it is good. So Tyler Scandrick knocks down a 38-yard field goal, the longest of his career. So with 10:18 to go in the first quarter, Bulldogs on the board, 13, Florida A&M nothing. Shotgun formation for Caleb York. Kick to Ishmael, set to snap. Dondre Lewis-Freeman in the backfield. York back to pass. York over the middle, throws it, caught at the 15-yard line, breaking the tackle, getting upfield for South Carolina State on that reception. That was Taquan West, the senior from Lexington, South Carolina. James Johnson on for the snap. Jerome Pettaway will hold. It'll be a 21-yard field goal attempt for Scandrick. Low snap. Scandrick's toe is in it. It is up, and it is good. And the score at the half, South Carolina State leading Florida A&M 16-0. When we come back, we'll have the Palmetto Health Injury Report on this edition of the Buddy Pough Show.
It's different here. So different that it will change everything you expect from a hospital. Because here, the care you receive transcends even the beauty of your surroundings. And not only does it look different, it also sounds and tastes and feels like something you've never experienced before. Introducing Palmetto Health Baptist Park Ridge. Choose a physician by visiting us online or by calling 803-296-CARE. Since 2002, the lottery has helped award more than 1 million scholarships. So when you play, you're not just taking a chance. You're also giving one.
I was off my game. Every day, my hip got worse and worse.
The coach's arthritis progressed to the point where his joint was bone on bone. Between the pain and the loss of range of motion, he decided to have the hip replaced here at the Regional Medical Center.
I was walking the very next day. I was going so fast, they said, "Slow down, coach, slow down." It feels great to be coaching again.
The Regional Medical Center. We're changing how you think about health care.
You stumble over a blade of grass. Come on.
Clothing for Coach Buddy Pough, provided by Bill Owens Custom Clothing. Bill Owens Custom Clothing is a proud sponsor of the Buddy Pough Show.
Welcome back to this edition of the Buddy Pough Show. South Carolina State and Florida A&M coach a 16-0 halftime lead, but finally in the first quarter you put together a drive just like you did against Coastal Carolina, but when it counted early in the first quarter.
You're exactly right, and it was just what we needed. We had to have some kind of confidence in ourselves in the fact that we could move the football down the field, and we were able to run it and mix the pass in. I thought it was a fantastic drive for us at that point. It was just what I wanted to see.
You know, you talk about a two-score game, Coach, only 2 scores when you have the yardage as you had at half. Was there some sort of urgency to get the football into the end zone because, you know, a touchdown, extra point, they're right back in the football game?
You're exactly right. But now it took 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions to tie. So we kind of felt like we had at least a 2-score, maybe a 2.5-score lead. And our field goal team was good because the fact that we made 3 field goals there, I think, in the first half is always something that you feel like if you can get points, you're good. So I was happy with that part.
We talked about the special teams, and we seem to have some problems in the first half in the return game. Finally settled down, but talk about the return game and the improvements you're going to have to make.
Well, we got a lot of work to do there, and the main part that you're talking about is our punt return game. The guy from Florida A&M was a fantastic punter, and the ball was up there forever. And our guys just didn't do a good job of feeling it. And to complicate matters, Antonio Hamilton got hurt in that half. So, you know, our main punt return guy was out because of the fact that he had gotten injured. So we didn't put a freshman back there. And you can imagine, you know, what all of our eyes were thinking when that ball was up in the air then. So we got problems, but at the same time, you know, we got good problems to fix because we still won the football game.
One of those problems, of course, comes with the Pough Mental Health Injury Report. Coach, you mentioned Antonio Hamilton injured in his football game, but this was a physical football game against the Rattlers.
It was, and we go into the game losing Chris Paulin before we even get started. So that was the quarterback of our defense, and the next guy is Antonio Hamilton. So when he went down, then I started to get a little bit blurry-eyed because I was getting a little bit scared at that point. But now we had Philip Henry that played unbelievably well, and Philip was into the game actually with some special equipment and that kind of stuff on because he hurt his side and didn't play the second half versus Coastal. So he was out, and then Greg Newell, one of our defensive ends, hurt his hand. One of those deals where I think they got him at the halftime and the doctors did some stuff to him and he was able to come back the second half, but at the same time, I'm sure he's going to be a sole guy tomorrow.
That's our Pough Mental Health Injury Report. When we come back here on the Buddy Pough Show, we'll have the all-heart player. This is a South Carolina State Florida A&M game. We'll be back with more right after this timeout.
SC State University is where you will find unlimited possibilities. With more than 70 standout degree programs, students get the kind of education that helps shape them into tomorrow's leaders. Our student life is vibrant with many exciting opportunities, and our athletic teams have hearts of champions. SC State University is open for success. Visit us today at scsu.edu.
It's different here. So different that it will change everything you expect from a hospital. Because here, the care you receive transcends even the beauty of your surroundings. And not only does it look different, it also sounds and tastes and feels like something you've never experienced before. Introducing Palmetto Health Baptist Park Ridge. Choose a physician by visiting us online or by calling 803-296-CARE.
Welcome back to the Buddy Pough Show, Coach. It's that time where we recognize the all-heart player, and this guy did it, I guess you could say, on the field and off the field, because we were very fortunate he was on the field.
You're exactly right. We needed to have him on the field because we'd already lost our two quarterbacks in our secondary, and anytime something goes wrong back there, you know, you're in trouble. Philip Henry from over at Manning, South Carolina, and he played his fanny off. He was one of those kind of guys who, you know, fought through all kind of injury and that kind of stuff to even be out there. So he had a great game, not necessarily because he did a lot of stuff, but because he was actually able to fight through the pain to be able to play.
That's why we call him the all-heart player here at South Carolina State. We're going to take the time out here on the Buddy Pough Show. When we come back, we'll have more with Thursday's second half highlights on this edition of the Buddy Pough Show.
My first thought was, what's going to happen to me? Am I going to live? My second thought was, I needed to live because I thought about my children.
Betty's mammogram showed a lump in her breast. We surgically removed the cancer.
And Betty was referred to Mabry Cancer Center, where she received chemotherapy and radiation therapy.
It was the opportunity to live again.
The Regional Medical Center. We're changing how you think about healthcare.
Today, I'm cancer-free.
Since 2002, the lottery has helped award more than 1 million scholarships. So when you play, you're not just taking a chance. You're also giving one.
SC State University is where you will find unlimited possibilities. With more than 70 standout degree programs, students get the kind of education that helps shape them into tomorrow's leaders. Our student life is vibrant, with many exciting opportunities, and our athletic teams have hearts of champions. SC State University is open for success. Visit us today at scsu.edu.
Bulldogs only have 3 men rushing, 3 down linemen. Owens, Hargraves, and Leonard off the edge. So Bulldogs anticipating pass. Now here comes pressure up the middle. They pick it up. Royal is hit once again, throws it out there, and it's caught at the 50-yard line. 40, 30, 20, 15. Brought down. Royal calling for it, gives it to Neely. Neely breaks a tackle, gets the first down, I think. Reggie Owens says he stopped him. Bulldog crowd seems to think they stopped him. Let's see where they mark this football. They're going to mark him shy. That's a huge stop for South Carolina State. Reggie Owens coming in and making the plays. 1st and 10 from the 5-yard line. Our own Caleb York, shotgun snap, gives it to Scoot. Scoot changes the direction to the 10, it's a 15. Scoot out to the 20, still running down to the 24-yard line. Jalen Scoot Simmons, another 19 yards and a Bulldog first down. Shotgun formation, York back to pass, looking right now and throws over. They got a man caught. West catches this one at the 27-yard line. That's going to get you back close into that first down territory, but still about 8 yards shy. Shotgun formation, Bulldogs showing blitz. Here they come. They fake it, and he is sacked and brought down. Coming in, making the tackle for South Carolina State. That is Reggie Owens, the junior out of Statesboro, Georgia. Ishmael will snap. In motion is Moody. They give it to him on the end around. Moody at the 45, at the 50. Moody still on his feet at the 45. Moody pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard line of Florida A&M. It's 2nd down and goal from the 10-yard line. York back to pass as a man out of the backfield. It is caught. Touchdown, South Carolina State. Justin Taylor on the reception. James Johnson will snap. Jerome Petaway will hold. There's the snap, the pin. His toe is in it. It is up, and it is good. So with 4:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter, our score South Carolina State 23, Florida A&M nothing.
2 for 13 on 3rd down conversions. Let's see, can we shut them down on 4th down?
Back to pass Royal. Royal looking left. Royal looking left, hit, throws. It is incomplete. And South Carolina State will take over at the 32-yard line. Our score at the end of 3 quarters here in the Berg. South Carolina State 23, Florida A&M nothing. 10th punt of the night for Colby Blanton. Back deep is Leonard Jamison at about the 45-yard line of South Carolina State. Good snap. Colby Blanton gets off the punt. It's a low punt, maybe his worst of the night. And it's going to take a Florida A&M roll. Jamison picks it up at the 40, at the 35, 30, at the 25. What an alert play by Leonard Jamison. Pistol formation. Justin Taylor behind the quarterback. Caleb York. 2 tight ends, 1 Bulldog each way. They run it to the left side. Taylor cuts back at the 15, at the 10, 5. Justin Taylor. Touchdown, South Carolina State. Incomplete pass stops the clock, 9:30 to go. Shotgun snap, York back to pass, throws it over the middle. It's caught by Mikael Moody. And Moody breaks a tackle. Didn't have the first down, but broke the tackle with the effort. Got it in the Rattler territory at the 49-yard line and picks up a huge 3rd down conversion for South Carolina State. York from the shotgun formation. In motion is Moody. They give it to him on the end around. Moody makes the first man miss at the 40, trying to get outside at the 35. Moody on his feet at the 25, 20. 15, 10, 5, Mikael Moody, touchdown, South Carolina State. Scandrick's toe is in it. It is up, and it is good. So it's 6:59 to go here in the ball game. South Carolina State 36, Florida A&M nothing. Shotgun formation from Carson Royal. Here comes pressure up the middle. Royal steps up. He's not going to get away. He's going to be sacked back at the 20-yard line. And the final score, South Carolina State 36, Florida A&M nothing. And Coach, when you look at this football game, it's so easy to look at the stats and look at what we did offensively. But Florida A&M was 3 of 17 in third down conversions all night. We really got them off the field.
We did. Our defense played fantastic football, and I got to take my hat off to Coach Restivo and Blanchard and Saxon and all that crowd over there, Coach Harrison. Those guys did a nice job. And, you know, the fact that our offense played well is what gives them that strength because of the fact that they don't necessarily have to play so many snaps. We played 50 snaps in the first half on offense. That's what Coastal did to us the previous week. You wear defense down in a way that, you know, they don't have a chance to even recuperate that way. So our defense didn't have to play nearly as many snaps tonight as they did in previous games.
You talk about 92 snaps of the Bulldogs offense, Coach. You talked about mixing it up before the game. I don't think I've seen a better mix of running the football, and the run really set up your pass game beginning in the second quarter.
It did, and we didn't throw the ball all that great, but at the same time, when you can run the football, the throw is there. Caleb York, I thought it really played well for, you know, right out of 3 games out of high school, freshman. You know, he's amazing at this point, to be perfectly honest with you. And then, you know, we got young receivers all over the place. You put those young receivers and a young quarterback together, you really think that you got problems. But for us to play as well as we did was really special.
You talk about this team too, Coach. The offensive line up front, I thought did a good job protecting, and all the running backs came in. Trey Samuels even late in the game, but Dondre Lewis-Freeman. And what can you say about Scoot Simmons?
Well, Scoot's our guy. He rushed for, you know, 180, 190 yards, somewhere in that neck of the woods, and, you know, this guy can go. I was really hurt from the previous week when he had the fumble, but he put that behind him and came out and played really well tonight. And then Dondre Lewis-Freeman is always, you know, a good second guy. So you can always stick him in there and know that he's going to gain yards. And he can find it sometimes. I've told Scoot, say if you had Dondre's findability, you know, then you really would be good. But at the same time, you know, both guys had their place in the offense, and then we did stick Trey Samuels in the end, but Justin Taylor played, and Justin Taylor had a nice run or two, too. So I think we got enough running backs. We just need to make sure that we can find some space for him to run.
2 touchdowns for Justin Taylor in his football game. Now, up next is South Carolina State. We step back out of the MEAC. Furman, you head up to Paladin Country. This is a good Furman team that played Coastal Carolina very well.
It scared me to death. I mean, you're talking about a team that played the team that beat the starch out of us 2 weeks ago, well, a week ago now. You know, and we got to go up there and play them at their place. Furman's going to be really a tough challenge for us, but we got 16 days to get ready for these guys. And what's really good is that hopefully we can get some of our injured guys back because we're a mass squad right now. And the fact that we've got this time really gives us an opportunity to get most of our guys back. So I'm hoping that we go back to the drawing board and then come back in 2 weeks full strength.
I tell you what, we're looking forward to it. Folks, we're also looking forward to seeing you as you watch the Buddy Pough Show here on Fox Sports South, seeing you up in Greenville, South Carolina when the Bulldogs take on the Furman Paladins. And, of course, next week, right here on the Buddy Pough Show.
Thank you for watching the Buddy Pough Show, featuring highlights of SC State University Bulldog football. Our sponsors are the County of Orangeburg, Palmetto Health, the South Carolina Education Lottery, State Farm Insurance, the Regional Medical Center, the City of Orangeburg, the South Carolina Department of Agriculture, Vital Care, and Bill Owens Custom Clothing. Join us again in 2 weeks for exciting highlights of SC State University Bulldog football.